Now, CNN's senior law enforcement analyst, Andrew McCabe. He's the author of the book, The Threat, How the FBI Protects America in the Age of Terror and Trump. Also with us, our senior legal analyst, Elie Honig, is with us. His new book, by the way, is entitled Hatchet Man, How Bill Barr Broke the Prosecutor's Code and Corrupted the Justice Department. Andrew, Jeffrey Clark showed up before the Select Committee and then refused to answer questions. How important is it for the committee to try and hold him accountable with contempt?
Well, Wolf, I think it's incredibly important that the committee pursues every avenue to hold these witnesses accountable. Each time they do, they're sending a very powerful message to the other witnesses who are also currently under subpoena. As we know, there are many, many witnesses that have received subpoenas. We saw several come out last week to a couple of notable witnesses. So they have to move forward with these referrals if they're going to have any hope of forcing others to consider the prospect seriously and decide to come in and cooperate.
You know, Elie, we're waiting to see what steps the committee will take on former Trump White House Chief of Staff Mark Meadows. How complicated could it be to pursue contempt, knowing that Meadows may actually have some legitimate claim of executive privilege? He was serving as White House Chief of Staff at the time.
Yeah, Wolf, there's no question that a potential contempt prosecution against Mark Meadows would be more difficult, more complicated than the pending prosecution of Steve Bannon and even the potential prosecution of Jeffrey Clark, because Mark Meadows was the chief of staff. I mean, if executive privilege was designed for anybody, it was designed for the chief of staff. That said, there are very serious questions about whether Mark Meadows has any legitimate invocation of executive privilege. One, we're talking about a former president. That's an uphill battle legally. And two, the kind of conversations that Meadows and Donald Trump apparently were having on January 6th are probably not protected by executive privilege. It's meant to protect policy discussions, not to shield wrongdoing. So I think it's really important to see what the committee does here. I think it's imperative that they hold Meadows in contempt. Otherwise, they're just going to open up the floodgates, basically, for anyone else in the White House who feels like defying with no consequence.
Well, that would be significant. When it comes to Steve Bannon's strategy, Andrew, how do you interpret his push to have documents released publicly?
Well, you know, Bannon is playing this for everything he can get out of it. And he is in a very unique position compared to other witnesses. He actually benefits from the attention. He benefits from being perceived publicly as somebody who's putting up a loud fight and pushing back against the committee. The other witnesses probably are not similarly situated. Take Jeffrey Clark as an example. Jeffrey Clark is an attorney. He's someone who likely wants to use his law license for the rest of his career and doesn't want to have to deal with explaining to a bar that he'd been indicted and pursued on a criminal violation. So Bannon is in a very unique position here.
Elie, what do you expect from tomorrow's court hearing on former President Trump's executive privilege claim? How critical is this for the committee's efforts to get White House documents from the National Archives?